Dawson.
They're probably like in their golf cart like, right over there waiting.
This is perfect timing, by the way. Just set.
What, Fred Melvin?
If there was $1 bill on the ground, you'd make this a lot quicker. All right, everybody.
All right, Quell.
Welcome to the roast of Chris Frericks. If you don't get that joke, then you might as well just leave right now. Fish, it's been 30 years. Wow, I thought I'd never utter those words unless it was followed by in jail for an elaborate Ponzi scheme or first person to die from a bunion. My name's Chris Quell, and I've had the unfortunate privilege of being friends with Fish, Fleas, Frericks, Chris, asshole for over 15 years. Usually at a roast, people will get up, make a few good jabs, and say how much they mean to the person, hug, and move on with the night. Sometimes the jokes are hard to write, or the stories are foggy to remember. The hardest part was to find something nice to say to wrap this all up. So I'm just gonna wing it and see if something comes to mind. First, thanks to Jackie for having us down here to get this all off our chest. A big congrats to Jackie on her upcoming third Frericks demon coming out of her body. It's a tremendous feat when any Frericks enters someone's body, let alone having 3 demon children pop out of them. People always say, wow, I can't believe you pulled her. I mean, I can. You blatantly hate yourself, Jackie. You will do almost anything to yourself just to feel pain, much like a cutter does to their wrists. Clearly, you enjoy self-mutilation every single day when you wake up next to the stench of a landfill and the face of a smallmouth bass. I love Jackie. Even when you're talking to her on the phone, if you aren't sure if it's a trucker looking for a lot lizard. In all seriousness, you guys are both the best. I do love you, and thank you for having us here. You two have been my closest friends for a reason, and I'd do anything for you. It's also good to have Anson and his wife Tori here. Chris's brother Brad unfortunately couldn't be here with us today. I just wanted to address the 3 Frericks boys in general. Congrats on contributing to your inevitable early demise of your sweet mother. The only reason I believe in reincarnation is Joyce Frericks. She must have done something incredibly bad to deserve you dickbags. Like started the plague, the brains behind Prohibition, or one of the Romans that killed Jesus. The only explanation to get 3 boys like you is that. But anyways, I'm glad you guys are here, whatever.
All right, Quell.
Now, on to the man of the hour, Chris. You're my best man for a reason. I always thought of you as a brother. Chris and Jackie introduced my wife and I to each other. So for that, I say thank you. And for Tara, I say fuck you. Chris, you are the weirdest motherfucker I've ever met. And I've hung out with John Matthews in New Orleans before. I've always said that Chris is the smartest dumb kid that I know.
Amen.
So speaking of New Orleans, I'll try and tell a quick war story. We were all watching our favorite show while in Clifton, Cops, and it was in New Orleans in the French Quarter. The cop was explaining that anyone that gets sick on the street automatically goes to the drunk tank for 48 hours. Chris then promptly turned to us and said, if you pussies get sick and throw up, I'm not bailing your ass out. So while we were down in New Orleans for the Bengals and Saints game the next weekend, I was on Bourbon Street trying to grope an excessive amount of women, only if warranted. Martin was soaking in the jazz and sneaking a peek at the titties on the strip club windows, and Van Zyl was red-faced yelling "Who Dey" throughout the streets. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, Fish was there too.
Let's go to the story. Let's go.
So after 2 hours of partying, we suddenly realized Fish is no more. We continue the night because, well, fuck him. So as we're back at the hotel, the elevator goes through the parking garage. And on the 3rd floor, the doors opened up and no one was there. Only 2 little beady eyes were peering around the corner, and it was just Fish. And I mean, just Fish. He was completely naked except for boxers and his patented dress socks. He had thrown up everywhere, and remembering the famous words on his favorite show, sprinted back to the hotel and threw his clothes in the washer and dryer at the hotel. and he also did not have a key. So there was Fish, almost naked, just wandering around a random Holiday Inn parking garage in New Orleans. No wonder why P&G was banging down your door for a job. Then they must have wised up and ostracized your ass here in beautiful, well, Nashville. Your ass isn't moving back to Cincy, FYI. Joke's on you. I can't believe I have friends with a guy who homeless men hold their noses from. Congrats on the Guinness Book of World Record. Earliest human to acquire gout in the history of man. 23. 20-fucking-3. Most men don't even have all their pubes by then. Living with you for 4 years has permanently scarred my nostrils to smell that flies on horse shit with dry heave on. I'll try and wrap this up and give everyone else a shot here. I'm happy to have you as a great friend, and piss God made us 4'9" as freshmen, so we basically had to be friends at that point. Watching Richard Hayne, AJ, and Cash picking up tail like it was loose change was a little depressing. The one advantage to being that small is the eye line of Susie and Holly's fun bags. I'm happy for you as a dad, husband, and my best friend. You deserve all this shit tonight. Probably a lot more. One night versus 30 years against humanity. You got out of it once again. If after tonight you decide Jackie and you need to part ways, just ask Brittany. She has a great attorney. Happy 30th birthday. Love you, buddy.
All right, let it ride.
All right. Now on to the second dick bag Frericks. Anson Frericks is going to come up and say a few things here.
All right.